At Hampden Park in Glasgow today, two legends of the beautiful game have come together to pay tribute to arguably the world's greatest footballer at the venue where he scored his first senior international goal for Argentina against Scotland. 18-year-old Diego Armando Maradona scored Argentina's third goal in a 3-1 friendly win in this stadium back in 1979. 7 years later, he would captain his country to World Cup glory by defeating West Germany in the final in Mexico. Maradona was rewarded with the Adidas Golden Ball trophy as Best Player of the World Cup in 1986. This summer, at the world-famous Agut International Auction House in Paris, the trophy will go under the hammer. Former England captain Terry Butcher and World Cup winning hero Osvaldo Ardiaz have contrasting emotions on the genius of Diego, especially memories of Maradona's Hand of God goal and his goal of the century, which ultimately knocked England out of the tournament. 38 years on, Butcher still finds it difficult to forgive Argentina's number 10 and reckons modern-day VAR would have changed history.
I mean, the second goal was embarrassing for me because he beats me twice, not once. But that was a piece of absolute genius, and he was a genius. It's just so sad that he's, I wouldn't say best remembered, but he is remembered from the England's point of view as handling the ball and putting the ball in the back of the net. So yes, VAR would certainly have ruled that out. And had that goal been chalked off, then you never know, because John Barnes had come on and John was running right down the wing, and we looked as though we were the team that was going to score more goals, but unfortunately didn't.
Butcher's former teammate Steve Hodge sold Maradona's number 10 shirt from the game in Mexico City for a reported £7 million at auction. The Golden Ball is expected to fetch millions due to its unique place in world football history. But Butcher has other plans for Diego's trophy.
If I had the £7 million, my first instinct is to go and say, I'll buy it. I'll have it. I'll take possession of it. And then I would go and get a hammer and smash it. It's a turmoil in my head, but at the end of the day, it is special, it is unique, and he was that. He was all of that, wasn't he?
Osvaldo Ardiaz won the World Cup with Argentina in 1978 and was emotional remembering his great friend and teammate.
I really love him. I mean, because of the hand of God, because the second goal as well, because the connection with England, he came to London many times, and of course I was all the time with him. And you go out with him and you don't know if you're going to have the best night of your life, but very easily you could finish in jail. This is as simple as that, because he took life as you have to cherish life with him. You have to be, that you're going to be enjoying, you're going to be doing maybe sometimes things that you shouldn't be doing and so on. But it was great company. That game against England is much more remembered all over the world, in Argentina, in England, all over the world. Even more than the final. Normally speaking, the game that you remember in a World Cup is the final, basically. Well, not this time, because of this game. That game show his absolutely genius. The first goal and the second goal. If you ask him, he was probably more proud of his first goal than the second goal.
Selecting the greatest player of all time across all generations is difficult, but Ardiaz is in no doubt about who is number one.
I go for Diego, definitely. Diego was even more. I will go Diego, Pelé, Messi. Messi is absolutely wonderful, but you see in the last World Cup, nobody touched him because you cannot do it. You cannot do that. You will be off, definitely. When Diego was playing, he was a marked man. He knew from the very beginning that that the other team, whatever the other team was, the only way that they were doing before the game was how we are going to stop Maradona. And they knew, every single team knew, that you cannot stop Maradona legally or without fouling him. I was very fortunate that I never played against him in any team, in proper games, no. But I play with him every single day in training. We will finish with a little, and of course his team will win, because how do you stop him? It was impossible.
Diego Maradona's Golden Ball trophy goes under the auction hammer on June 6th at a Gut auction house in Paris.